two ways that you need to be aware of that are critical when you want to build strength in your body. And if you're hitting 50 like I am next year and anything above that, then you really want to be obsessed about getting stronger. And there's two things that you need to do. One, do strength training. I talk about that all the time. I'm not going to talk about that in this video, you'll be glad. The second one is eat protein. Now, protein is absolutely essential for our body. With some things, with some vitamins, etc., our bodies can make them ourselves, make them itself. Protein, there's essential components of protein that the body cannot make, and it has to get them from the food that we eat. Now, there was a study done at the beginning of this year, February 2020, I think it was published, by the University of Sheffield, that looked at the diets of older populations, and the conclusion was that in some cases older people are eating 15% of what they should be eating in terms of protein, 15% of what they really need. And whatever the guidelines, there are guidelines, there's guidelines on how much protein you should eat a day. And for women, that's around 46 grams of protein that the National Health Service recommend. However, this study suggested that older populations, so people over 50, of which I'll be one next year, should be eating a lot more than that, between 75 and 90 grams of protein per day. And if you think what is that, that's probably the equivalent of eating a chicken breast for your breakfast, one for your lunch and one for your dinner. Now, it might not be what you would want to eat, I'm not suggesting you do, but just to give you a sense of what you would have to eat and how much you would have to eat to get to that, it's actually quite difficult to get to that amount of protein. Now, this same study linked this deficiency in protein to quite seriously declining levels of strength in older adults, and that declining levels of strength is essentially smaller muscles. Our muscles get weaker, they shrink as we age, unless we are doing something about it. So protein is a big one. Have a look at what you eat. Have a think about it. If you're going to grab a couple of pieces of toast in the morning, a bag of crisps, or some, a chocolate bar at lunch, in mid-morning, if you're hungry at work, a sandwich, pack of crisps from somewhere at lunchtime, you've probably had no protein or tiny amounts in that whole half a day, and you are not going to come home from work and eat 3 chicken breasts, I guarantee it, and make up for it that way. So massive one. I just really want to call this out as something that you need to be aware of, because if you hopefully are getting the message that staying strong is important as you age, as we age, protein and strength training will go hand in hand. Doesn't matter if you're vegan or vegetarian, the same rules apply, and there's plenty of amazing protein sources for any diet, for vegans, for vegetarians, so we can all do it, but it takes a little bit of effort. Actually, quite a lot of effort to hit those targets, but I'll cover that again in another video. All right then, thank you for that. See you soon, bye.